It's a festive month of November, so I'd like to wish everybody a very, very happy Diwali as the month opens for all my viewers that do celebrate Diwali. Again, a very happy Diwali. Today I'm bringing you the predictions for the month of November. Hello everybody, I'm Tina Chaudhary. Welcome to my channel and a very warm Namaste. Aham Brahmasmi. Before I begin with the November details, I'm going to start with my favorite part. That is, wish all my viewers that have November birthdays a very happy birthday. To all of you, may you have a wonderful and enjoyable day, and may your divine bless you with lots of success, happiness, love, and good health as you begin a personal new year. Also, a very, very big birthday wish and a hug to my brother Raj, who also celebrates his birthday in November. He's the best brother anyone could wish for. And so again, a very happy birthday to all my viewers with November birthdays. I also need to apologize that I have not been able to respond to the comments in my last few videos due to the holiday season for all the Hindu holidays and my travel schedule. I have been very busy, so please do forgive me. I will try to get back to all of you in my comments. I like responding to comments, and I will do that after Diwali probably. So I'm not ignoring you. I've just been a little busy. Lots of people have been asking me to predict the winner of the US presidential election, and I have thought about making an entire video on it previously, but I've decided against it always because I generally stay away from politics predictions, and because I would rather help out all of you, my viewers, with predictions and guidance for most of you. Also, most viewers are just not interested in knowing, they're just interested in knowing the final outcome, not the astrological details of the prediction. So today I'm actually going to make a prediction on who I think will be the next US president. Now, let me make it quite clear that this is my prediction based on the astrological charts of the country US and the two candidates only. And it has nothing to do with my personal political interest or affiliation or preference for either party. So whoever wants to be happy with what I predict can be happy. And those that don't like my prediction, I'm sorry. It's just an astrological prediction. And there's also no need for trolling or using abusive language in my comment section because you don't like what I say. Also, I would prefer that there are no political comments in my comment section. Otherwise, I'll turn off the comment section. So moving on to predictions. Now, everyone practically is aware that the poll results are almost equally divided, and even the predictions and guesses that people are making probably equally divided amongst both the candidates. I've been looking at the charts of both candidates and the US, and in the past, I've also had a conflict in my own mind as to what prediction to make. Now, the main reason simply is because the universe is sending us a message that there are still a lot of factors that are still at play. Things are going on. There's a lot of activity going on behind closed doors on how to tip the wind in a certain party's favor, maybe not in a nice way. Now, I will say no more than that, but it's not who you think is working behind closed door. It's not who you think it is. So my prediction is that I think Kamala Harris will finally sit in the Oval Office. The results will not be announced soon after because there will be a lot of conflict and confusion regarding those results. So the day of the election, the moon is going to be in the nakshatra of Mula, and that's very concerning to me. This is the nakshatra that denotes the complete uprooting of a flourishing plant to expose its roots. This has spiritual connotations, but it in itself is a very aggressive and self-destructive act. So this nakshatra is always considered a very challenging one, where people make sometimes unwise choices and lead to aggressive and destructive. They have aggressive, destructive tendencies. So we can't rule out that this kind of behavior after the election also, where people get aggressive, they get violent also after the election due to the results. They don't like them, or they like them, or whatever it is that they choose to do. Mula is considered a challenging nakshatra. It's an aggressive nakshatra as well. It's not one of the favored one of astrologers. It's not a gentle nakshatra. It's the nakshatra that is extremely aggression. There's a lot of aggression, and people that have this nakshatra in some of their planets kind of self-destruct at times. They think they're doing themselves a favor, but they actually self-destruct in their lives at least once. So I'm not happy that that's the nakshatra on the day of the election. So there you go. That's my prediction. All I can say is I would encourage everybody to go vote, regardless of who they want to vote for. As U.S. citizens, it's our duty and obligation to the country to go. This is the time I remind you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now. And for all my subscribers, thank you so much. Also, if you like this video, please share it with your friends and family. And I'm going to remind you, very soon I'm going to be making my video on the predictions for 2025, and it's going to be based on the numerology of your birth date. You won't need a birth chart. You're not going to need any astrology information. And in the past 2 or 3 years that I've been making that video, I have gotten over 350,000 views on each of those videos because they're that popular. People love them, and they're just that accurate. So if you subscribe, you're going to get notified the second I put out that video. So make sure you subscribe. Now we get to the fun part, and let's take a look at the planetary transits and situations for November that's going to be impacting us. So the first transit in November will be on November 6th, when Venus transits out of Scorpio and into Sagittarius, and it stays there all month until December 1st. And also this means that there's going to be an exchange between Venus and Jupiter, because they will be in each other's zodiacs. This is always a good situation because both are considered benefic planets, so we get the impact of both planets. Then on September 15th, Sun makes its monthly transit and leaves its debilitation sign of Libra and goes into a friendly sign of Scorpio. This is wonderfully good news because it's always a bit challenging when the Sun debilitates. We feel kind of crummy. There's 3 major impactful planetary events in November. The planets are very busy trying to torment us in some ways. So the first is that of Mercury. So Mercury will have transited to Scorpio on October 29th, so starting the month. But on November 25th, it's going to turn retrograde until December 15th. So the last few days of November, we have the rather annoying Mercury retrograde to deal with. I've included that in my predictions for each of you. The second big impact, but very good news, is that finally Saturn will come out of being retrograde and become direct on November 15th. And this is very good news indeed, because all those stalled career matters will now finally begin to move forward and start giving most of us good results in our careers. Things we've been waiting for finally happen. The third major impact comes from Mars. Mars will have transited to Cancer on October 20th. Now, Mars is considered debilitated in Cancer, meaning it loses its power and is unable to give its positive results. So Mars is considered exalted in Capricorn, which is ruled by its enemy Saturn. Now, usually Mars stays in the same zodiac for about 2 months or so. But this time Mars will have an extended stay in Cancer for about 4 months. We don't like that. This is because because it retrogrades first in Cancer on December 6th and then goes back to Gemini on January 20th. So basically from October to January, Mars is going to be debilitated in Cancer. And this is absolutely the worst planetary issue that can happen now because of the already ongoing wars that are happening in the world. So how is that? Why am I saying that? Mars signifies our body, our blood, immunity, and energy. It also signifies land and real estate. Its primary signification is to act as a protector of not only our body, but also of the real estate, land, and all our heavy assets. Hence, it represents action and fighting off any and all invaders. So in our body, it fights infections, but in the outside world, it fights invaders that take away our assets, such as real estate and land. That is why Mars is considered a warrior planet, and it signifies all the armed forces, police, security personnel. So when Mars is in Capricorn, it is in the enemy territory of Saturn, which is why it's considered exalted, because it gathers all its power to fight the enemy, because the army performs its best in time of a war when it sees the enemy. Cancer is ruled by the moon, which denotes our mother and her home. So just think how many of us have the power to fight with our mother in her home. Even the strongest army general loses his power to fight with his mother in her house. That is why Mars debilitates in Cancer. One of my viewers in a couple of videos ago had put this question, and he says, why does Mars exalt in its enemy sign? And Mars is friendly with the moon. Shouldn't it exalt in its friend's house? Well, this is the answer to the question of why Mars exalts in the sign of its enemy, which is Saturn, Capricorn, but it debilitates in the sign of a friendly planet such as the moon. You have to take into account the quality of the planet when we think about debilitation and exaltation. So Mars is going to be debilitated in Cancer for 4 months, and it doesn't speak well for the war that's going on, because Mars does signify wars and battles over land issues. So we'll talk about that prediction on another video. So definitely lots of planetary activity going on in November, some good, some challenging. And so I'm going to move on to predictions for each of the 12 zodiac signs. I have timestamps always in my comment section. So make sure you listen to the right zodiac sign, because my predictions are always based on Vedic astrology calculations, and my predictions are based on your ascendant sign. Ascendant also means rising sign, and in Hindi it's called the Lagna. So make sure you listen to the correct zodiac sign. November prediction for Aries. Aries, your ascendant ruler is Mars, and like I mentioned, Mars is debilitated in November. Aries, as far as career and finance is concerned, Venus is moving into your house of luck, and Saturn will go direct in your 11th house of gains and social circle. So there can be potential wealth gains through your job and just good luck. You could also enhance your social presence and achieve your long-term goals. In fact, you could get good support from your professional and social network in achieving your goals and professional desires. So reach out to people if you need their support. Definitely your professional and your social circle. Reach out to them if you feel somebody can help you out in some way. There can be sudden wealth opportunities after mid-month. It's an exceptionally positive time for business owners to put in new ideas and marketing for their business. If somebody's looking for a new job or career change, this is an exceptionally good month for that. Those looking to move ahead or abroad in search of a new career or job, you can try that now as well. Perfect time for that. Financially, this is a beneficial month, but only after the middle of the month. The first half of the month, your expenses could be quite high, but the second half of the month, the situation improves so much better. And sudden gains are possible as well at that time, and the money flow may improve. New opportunities may come up, but be careful with others giving you investment-related advice. There is possibility of scams and frauds even during this time, so focus on securing your financial assets and consider long-term investments during this time, but only with very good expert guidance. If you're not comfortable with somebody's guidance or advice, just don't take it. As far as health is concerned, the first half of the month, some Aries might be bothered due to digestive issues. Aries has had sleep disturbance and sleep issues since late last year, and those continue for now. Rahu in the 12th house does that. They don't feel like going to bed at night, and then waking up in the morning is an issue. That's going to continue till sometime early next year. In November, some Aries may have pain in their legs, especially if they're elderly or they are prone to it. As far as love life and relationships are concerned, they're going to improve this month, especially after the first week when Venus goes into your house of luck. So communication is positive and smoother, and it's a good time to resolve past misunderstandings, but only after the first week of the month. So my guidance is to spend quality time with your family, and it will strengthen relationships and bring lots of happy events in November for you. In the first half of the month, make sure you keep your ego and anger in control in your marriage as well as in all your love relationships. And some of you may be even drawn to spiritual and religious practices, and then those can bring lots of mental peace and clarity Towards the end of the month, Mercury retrogrades in your 8th house, so there's a chance of some past health issues cropping up again. For some, this could be related to just pure mental stress. So if you can stay relaxed and tension-free, your health would not be an issue. Be cautious and avoid miscommunications that could lead to arguments and fights in your relationships. Also be cautious about what you post on social media. There's a chance that it might get misunderstood or not have pleasant consequences. And pay close attention to the accuracy of your work. There's a possibility of errors and mistakes. November predictions for Taurus. Taurus, your ascendant ruler is Venus, and Venus is going to be in the zodiac of Sagittarius, which means it's going to be in an exchange with Jupiter, and that's a benefic position for Venus. Taurus, as far as your career and finance is concerned, you will be impacted quite positively a lot by the exchange of your ascendant ruler Venus and Jupiter. So this brings Taurus good career growth and advancement in return of your past hard work. Saturn turning direct in Aquarius on November 16th will further enhance career prospects, and you may get lots of new opportunities. Those looking for a new job, the chances are quite high this month. But mostly Taurus will stick to their current positions and put in a lot of good amount of effort and dedication with lots of positivity, and they will enjoy that as well. After mid-month, it's an excellent period for business partnerships. Also, any investments in gold, stocks, and property are likely to be profitable. For some Taurus, there can be gains from unearned sources such as inheritance, insurance settlements, and large gifts. It's a beneficial time for starting joint ventures and real estate dealings as well. But my caution is always, when you do any kind of investments or stocks, always get very good expert guidance or advice. Some Taurus can have travel for business purposes as well, and this is going to be very beneficial. But that starts after October 20th itself, when Mars moves into the 3rd house of travel. Health is moderate this month. Some Taurus could have some health issues like migraines and colds. Some could also have some pain in their back and lower legs. As far as love life and relationships are concerned, this month might test your love relationship in some way. You may even have second thoughts or have minor disappointments with your love partner, or it could be feelings of insecurity or even detachment. This is not for married Taurus. This was for the single Taurus in a love relationship. Now, for married Taurus, needs to be cautious about their communication with their partner, even more so later in the month. There can be some frustration and a tendency to argue, so watch your mood and your speech in your marriage. This is not the month to have lots of communications, regardless of what they are. It's just better to be patient and understanding this month. Now, the same could perhaps apply to extended family members as well. You just need to have patience, not so much communication, have a little bit more understanding. You may feel that you are being either ignored or perhaps being left alone by your family, but that's really not true. That's just your feeling. This is not true, but mainly it's because you're stressed and the burden of work that you have. So try to de-stress yourself as much as possible. Also, make sure you maintain a very positive attitude, steer clear of negative environments, negative people. Towards the end of the month, the Mercury retrograde is in your 7th house, and there can be misunderstandings in your marriage or with your business partner. So my guidance is to speak less, listen more. Definitely don't give vague instructions and conflicting messages and signals. They can be misunderstood. Gemini, your ascendant ruler is Mercury, and as I mentioned, Mercury will be retrograde later in the month. So one of the main things that you need to consider is your communication. So watch your communication this month. Gemini, as far as your career and finance is concerned, Saturn turns direct in your house of luck at mid-month. So you can expect some long-term delays and obstacles in your life to actually move away, and luck starts to favor you in various ways. The exchange between Venus and Jupiter favors partnerships and foreign gains. So if you're involved in any kind of foreign entity with your profession, then that's very favorable for you. This month can provide favorable opportunities with very positive results. Finally, even if some Geminis are experiencing some delays in career-related results, the outcome may be seen at a later date, if not in November, then in future month. And that would be quite beneficial and prove to be very satisfactory. So don't lose heart, just stay very patient. This is going to have very good outcome for you. Saturn turns direct in your house of luck, so just have patience. Although finance is just quite a different story. Retrograde Jupiter in the 12th house continues to maintain high expenses. November could also be a little troublesome because of the expenses could relate to health issues that have been lingering on from the past. In fact, finance could prove to be rather confusing, and you may even end up making some unwise financial choices related to real estate or family matters. Just make sure you avoid rash and impulsive financial choices. Think before you spend large amounts of money on either real estate or family related health issues or something like that. Now, some Geminis will maybe traveling this month, and my guidance is to stay very safe and cautious handling your money while traveling. Be also very cautious with the investments in the first half of the month while Saturn is retrograde. After the second half, it's positive. As far as health is concerned, there could be low immunity for some Geminis this month, so the possibility of throat infections and digestive issues are possible for some of you. Remember to eat healthy. Street food is not for you this month, so Geminis could be bothered by skin allergies or dental issues as well this month. Now, for those that are prone to it, there could be back and leg pain. Certainly not for everybody. But health is better in the first half of the month rather than the second half of the month. As far as relationships are concerned, manage your ego in relationships, love relationships. In the first half of the month, there's a chance for potential conflicts with your partner. Avoid getting into arguments and retaliation to maintain harmony. For married Geminis, there is a chance of spending some good times with your spouse as long as you are able to control your communication rather well. Married life will be very pleasant. So my guidance is to just go along with your spouse if you want to have a happy month. Starting any kind of argument means a bad blow up because Mercury is quite ready and retrograde, and there could be sufficient damage in the relationship. Towards the end of the month, Mercury retrogrades in your 6th house, and that could bring up some past issues with your spouse and love relationship back into focus and could start some arguments and discussions. I've already mentioned that, but some Geminis could have a health issue from the past resurface again. Any mistake or an issue from the past could get brought up in your workplace, and you might need to rework it or make corrections on it. Just be very clear and careful with communications with your coworkers. Misunderstandings are possible in the workplace as well, so have clear, concise communication in the workplace as well. Cancer. Prediction for November, one of the main things that's going to be very good for you is that Saturn in your 8th house that has been troubling you in your career now is going to be direct. So it's going to have a good impact in your career. Cancer, speaking about career and finance, it's a very positive time for Cancer as far as career is concerned. But that's only after mid-month when Saturn goes direct. In the early part of the month, be very cautious of your work performance and work accuracy. Don't make mistakes. Check your work twice. Now, after November 15th, new responsibilities and projects are very possible coming up. The exchange between Jupiter and Venus is very benefic for Cancer, and it can bring some job opportunities and income growth as well. So be prepared for some tough challenges and hard work. But your biggest challenge might be how to maintain your work-life balance this month. You will be pulled into hectic workload both at home and in the workplace. Business owners, be cautious of loss in the early part of the month, but after that the situation improves quite a bit. Now, this is going to be an expensive month, and you may end up spending on fun, travel, as well as on relationships, people and children. After mid-month, there is good incoming flow of money, so investments are favorable, but avoid impulsive financial decisions during the early part of the month. After mid-month, it's a good time to make investment decisions. As far as your health is concerned, there's actually nothing to worry about health this month. Especially in the second half of the month, there is significant improvement in energy and enthusiasm, so definitely enjoy that. Love life, there is harmony in married life this month. Love life for the single Cancer is exceptional, especially after November 6th. Single Cancer can find that special someone, and some Cancers can also get engaged or married this month. During the first half of the month, be patient with family members to maintain this harmony that I'm talking about. This is an exceptional month for socializing and having fun with friends and family. So enjoy this month a lot as far as your love life and relationships with everybody, including your extended family members, is concerned. Now, towards the end of the month, Mercury will retrograde in your fifth house. So, for the single person, this could mean that one of your past relationships could contact you again, try to get back in your life. For students, it could mean that you think about changing your line of study. For other cancers, it could also mean that you think or start practicing a craft or a hobby that you used to do in the past. You could also start pursuing some other interests or skills or something to do with education from the past that you had stopped and now you get interested again. For some cancers, a coworker from the past may get in touch with you, but for some cancers, it could get challenging because you may be asked to correct a mistake or error that you made at work in the past. Overall, Cancer, this is a good month, so enjoy. Leo, your ascendant ruler is the sun, and it has been debilitated since the middle of last month, and now mid-November it comes out of debilitation. That's wonderful news for you. Probably feel more energetic after that time. Leo, as far as career and finance is concerned, this month you may be a little dissatisfied with the results of your hard work. You may feel a lot of pressure at work, and that may prevent you from being able to perform your best. So my guidance is to focus on doing your best and don't worry about the results or career growth this month. Now, the second half of the month is better than the first half in regards to career. At that time, your confidence is going to be better and you may be very visible in the workplace, and your seniors may notice you. So make sure you're managing your pressure well and are performing at your optimum level. Look and feel your very best. Expenses will be high this month, and some Leos could purchase real estate during this Mars phase. The expenses could also be spending on family members or health related items. As far as health is concerned, prioritize your health this month. Some Leos may have pain in their thighs and legs. Some could even have digestive issues. So my guidance is to maintain a balanced diet and do regular physical exercise, any kind. As far as relationships are concerned, family demands may increase, particularly from children. Avoid having any ego within your household and family members, and also avoid rash decisions that could disrupt household harmony. As long as you maintain patience and avoid a bossy attitude, you could actually have a very happy month with loving family atmosphere with friends and family. Also, make sure you fulfill your own family responsibilities. Love relationships will be harmonious as long as you don't get your ego involved or don't have a bossy attitude in the home, like I said. Some Leos could travel for religious purposes, education reasons, and some could even travel to meet their parents. Towards the end of the month, Mercury retrogrades in the fourth house, so there could be some past issues that come up in your household. These could be expenses from the past that you had overlooked, or it could also be that someone from the past that you have not met for a very long time visits you. Just remember to not bring up past issues or it could get unpleasant for everyone. Take care of the health of your father. Have a good November. Virgo, your ascendant ruler is Mercury, and that's going to be retrograde towards the end of the month. So something that you need to watch for is accuracy in your work and also the communication with co-workers. But make sure you watch for accuracy in your work. Virgo, as far as career and finance is concerned, you will experience very good results in your career after mid-month. After all the hard work and effort that you have been putting into your career, finally you can expect career growth and professional success. Individuals looking for a new job or career change, this is a very positive month for that as well. The Jupiter-Venus exchange brings financial improvements, but also more hard work. So be cautious with coworkers who get jealous of you, and don't trust everyone with all your information. Don't share information that you don't need to share with others, and try to stay more private with not only your work information, but also your personal information. Business owners do well and profits are improved as well. Now, if you were thinking of partnerships, then it's a favorable time for that as well. However, avoid impulsive investments in the first week to prevent potential losses. Monetary gains are a lot better in the second half of the month, and the chance to increase savings and investments is very possible this month. As far as health is concerned, no major health problems this month, except some Virgos could experience headaches due to work stress, and digestive issues due to poor eating habits is possible for some Virgos. Some of Virgos may actually experience some minor joint pains as well. As far as love life and relationships are concerned, Virgos will experience a harmonious love and married life, especially after mid-month. You may even enjoy some good times together with your loved ones and extended family. Some Virgos may actually get married, especially after mid-month. Virgos also spend some happy moments with extended family members, especially siblings. After mid-month, be careful not to bring up past issues with others and start unnecessary, unpleasant conversations with others. This could lead to rifts in relationships. Because towards the end of the month, Mercury retrogrades in the third house. So this indicates that you could go back and travel to a place where you haven't been in a long time. It could also indicate reminiscing about the past with your siblings or re-establishing bonds with your siblings that you have not met for a long time. Mercury is your ascendant ruler, so my guidance to you is to not bring up past issues or past mistakes or any unpleasant issues. This could damage relationships at this time. Also make sure that when you travel, you don't forget things and are very mindful of timings and schedules. Mercury retrograde is famous for disrupting schedules, forgetting meetings, and also if you're traveling, it could also lead to things getting forgotten at home or outside when you travel, leaving things here and there. So be very cautious when you travel, mindful of schedules and timings. Overall, good month for Virgo. November prediction for Libra. Your ascendant ruler is Venus, and it's going to be in an exchange position with Jupiter, and that's always a good thing, but you do need to take care of your health this month. Libra, as far as your career and finance is concerned, you're going to see some moderate results this month in your career. There could be work pressure and challenges. However, after the second half of the month, you will be able to come out of all these challenges rather well. At the end of the month, some Libras may also finally get the promotion that they were looking forward to. Expenses continue to remain high and you are unable to save your money this month. Business owners will also experience a rise in business expenses, making it difficult to be profitable. Financial decisions should be approached very cautiously, especially in the latter half of the month. It's not a good time to get into partnerships of any kind, especially business partnerships, because there could be challenges in those relationships. As far as your health is concerned, stay hydrated and focus on your physical well-being this month. Don't forget, Jupiter is still retrograde in your 8th house, so your health could be not the best. Be cautious of health issues related to throat, neck, and shoulders. Some Libras may also experience some troubles related to their eyes. So make sure you're taking good care of your health, and if there's anything that comes up, make sure you get very fast medical help and get it checked out. As far as love life and relationships are concerned, emotional challenges may occur after mid-month. Avoid getting into useless arguments with your spouse or partner. You may get frustrated with your children as well and their lack of discipline, but I would suggest you don't get into arguments and fights with them, because more than likely everyone in the family will gang up against you and it will only add to your frustration. So my suggestion is to just leave other people alone and just focus on your own physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Be cautious of misleading communications during Mercury retrograde at the end of the month. What you say could be completely misunderstood. Try not to give too many instructions to others. This is going to be very damaging in relationships because retrograde is in your 2nd house of family. Now, towards the end of the month, like I mentioned, Mercury retrogrades in the 2nd house. This indicates that you might meet family members that you haven't met in a long time. It also indicates that you may change the way you manage your finances because you realize that you have not been doing it in the best way possible. For some Taurians, it could mean a complete change in their dietary and food habits. They may go back to some food habits and choices that they had in the past, but had changed them, and now they may revert back to some of the old food habits. The biggest caution is in your speech. There can be misunderstandings, as I've mentioned previously, so choose your words carefully in relationships with family members. My guidance for Libra this month is definitely focus on yourself. It's a good time to introspect on what makes you healthy and happy and pursue that path. It's not a great communication month, so it's best to let others do and be what makes them happy. Don't start talking to them and giving them instructions. November prediction for Scorpio. Your ascendant ruler is going to be Mars, and it's going to be debilitated for an extended period of time, especially in November. So this indicates that you need to take very good care of your health this month. Scorpio, as far as your career and finance is concerned, this month brings you job pressure and challenges in the workplace. The first half of the month poses bigger challenges getting along with supervisors, so try to keep a very low profile. However, after mid-month, the spotlight is all on you because the sun moves into your ascendant house. And due to this, you can get lots of recognition and visibility. So you need to be very careful about your work performance and be on your best behavior, best looks, because everything you do will get noticed. If everything is positive, then there's a chance that your leadership qualities will also be noticed, and that could also bring on new responsibilities. It's also a very good month for financial gains and income. You will likely be quite satisfied with your financial situation this month. For business owners, after mid-month, partnerships and investments can flourish very well and give you pretty good gains. There are chances of making good investments and earning good profits as well this month. As far as health is concerned, just manage your mental stress and maintain harmony at home. Mercury retrograde starting November 26th may affect communications. Choose your words very carefully. As far as love life and relationships is concerned, love life is very stable, and the love life for both married and single Scorpios is going to be particularly happy this month. In fact, this month there also be a time of spending some very happy, harmonious moments with your extended family members as well. So this is a month that where you make some pleasant memories, not only with your spouse or your loved one, but with also your extended family members, like I said. Later in the month, avoid bringing up some past problems or issues with others, especially your spouse. It could bring up some unpleasantness and spoil that moment that I'm talking about. Now, towards the end of the month, Mercury retrogrades in your first or your ascendant house. The first house represents you, your physical body, your thoughts, and your actions. So this may bring back some previous health issues if you've had some. Nothing to worry about. But I will say just take good care of your health. Also, it's time to choose your words very carefully with others, especially like I mentioned with your spouse. Because the ascendant house represents how you think and also your physical body, you may be prone to thinking about the past or things that you did in the past. Don't stay in the past, look forward, because the Mercury retrograde may play tricks with your mind and want you to completely focus on the past. Some Scorpios may also initiate a physical exercise routine if they haven't had one currently. And some may even be interested in a physical makeover of sorts. Regardless of what you do, make sure you follow a very good health routine and have good health habits, including good dietary habits as well. Sagittarius prediction for November. Sagittarius, your ascendant ruler is Jupiter, and Jupiter is retrograde, even though it is in exchange with Venus. But one of the main things while Jupiter is retrograde is that you need to take good care of your health. For Sagittarius, as far as your career and finance is concerned, Saturn goes direct in your third house after mid-month, which means you could start to see some very positive results of all the past hard work in your career finally, after a very long time. So some Sagittarius could get good recognition and others could get promotions or other incentives as well. You will have lots of courage and determination to pursue your goals and start new initiatives if that's what you have been trying to do for a very long time. Finally, the time is right. If looking for a new job or a career change, that is also possible now as well. Now, individuals may also relocate due to a new job or a career more towards after the middle of the month. People in the field of media, IT, communications, sales, and marketing will also do exceptionally well. Now, as far as finance is concerned, expenses will be high this month. So there could be unexpected expenses that may arise in early November. Now, some Sagittarius may be spending on home-related expenses or purchase of real estate during this time. Long-term investments are favorable, but avoid speculative activities in the first half of the month. You have to be a little careful as far as speculation and investments are concerned. As far as health is concerned, there's nothing to worry about. Health is status quo with no worries this month. That's wonderful. My only guidance is to manage your work stress very well and maintain a very balanced diet, because Jupiter is in the 6th house and that tends to make you want to eat very rich, sugary foods in excess, and that can be harmful in the long run. And if you're worried about gaining weight, then that's exceptionally worrisome. When Jupiter goes into the 6th house, it can lead to a little bit of a weight gain. If you don't mind, that's fine, but if you're concerned about that, then you should kind of cut out of your sugary foods. As far as love life and relationships are concerned, they improve after the first week of the month, and your relationship with your spouse can be quite harmonious and happy as well. Try not to continuously give advice to your loved ones. Sagittarius is known for that, especially your spouse, because that can actually ruin what could be a very, very happy month. So especially be cautious during the Mercury retrograde starting November 26th. Also avoid bringing up all kinds of past issues with everyone, because that will start all kinds of arguments. You could ruin your relationships at that time. After November 16th, when the Sun moves into your 12th house, there are opportunities for foreign travel and spiritual growth as well. So it's a wonderful time to try meditation or yoga if you're stressed about anything. At the end of the month, Mercury retrogrades in your 12th house. This could mean that some unexpected expenses from the past suddenly come to your attention, and now you have to pay them. There is also an indication that you could travel back to one of the places that you haven't been in a long time. Individuals living in a foreign country may even travel back to their native place as well. Some Leos may even be drawn to a form of spirituality that they used to follow or practice in the past, but had lost touch with for some time. And it could also mean relocating back to a past place as well. Capricorn, prediction for November. Capricorn, your ascendant ruler Saturn is going to come out of retrograde after the middle of the month. After that time, it's going to be a very positive time for Capricorn. You certainly suffered because of that retrograde Saturn, so now it's probably going to be a very good time for Capricorn. Capricorn, as far as career and finance is concerned, Saturn turns direct in your 2nd house on November 16th, and this will give you moderate results. For some Capricorns, this could mean a job change, and this could be due to the fact that you're not really satisfied or happy with your current job, or you are aiming for progress or growth in your career and you're not satisfied with the current way your career is going. So you may be tempted to change jobs. Business owners may also be worried due to the competition that they are facing in the market from others. You are going to keep your expenses well controlled and income is status quo. So financially, there may not be too much to worry about because the incoming and outgoing flow of money is very well managed. Business owners should handle partnerships carefully this month. Clear communication is vital to avoid misunderstandings. As far as health is concerned, actually, it's not even a concern this month. You will have good immunity along with energy and enthusiasm. Basically, just keep your good fitness goals and eat healthy. As far as love life and relationships, it's a rather romantic time for the single Capricorn. This is the time to be out and about, and you may just find your special someone. Reach out to your social circle of friends, and they may actually set you up with the perfect person as well. For married Capricorn, there can be some conflict in the marriage. Some Capricorns may also sense a feeling of frustration and not want to express their feelings to their spouse because they feel that they're not being understood. So there can be some lack of harmony in the marriage. My only guidance is to manage your anger and practice patience and try to spend quality time doing fun things with each other rather than having serious conversations. This is not the month to have conversations because Mercury is retrograde. Also, manage your ego with everyone to keep relationships harmonious. Some Capricorns have the possibility of long distance travel or foreign travel this month, and this could be due to a variety of reasons, such as vacation, meeting family, or even for work. And this travel could have good benefits and be overall quite positive. On November 26th, Mercury retrogrades in your 11th house, indicating that you may meet some past friends that you have not met for a long time. It could also indicate that there could be monetary gains from long-term investments. Some Capricorns may also make revisions or changes in their investments and financial plans. This may also affect communication with older siblings, social and professional circle. So make sure you avoid misunderstandings and definitely don't dredge up past issues with your friends that might start a few arguments. Be watchful with your words with everyone. November prediction for Aquarius. Your ascendant ruler comes out of retrograde. It's been in your own ascendant house, so it's probably given you some major impacts to your body and suffering. After mid-month, when it comes out of retrograde, you probably see some very good results in your career, as well as some healing for your body as well. Aquarius, as far as your career and finance is concerned, Saturn will become direct in your first house on November 15th, so that brings about some stability finally in your career and finance. Now, the second half of the month brings you a lot of visibility and recognition by your co-workers as well as your seniors. Finally, Aquarius can start seeing the results of all the hard work that they have been putting in the last several months. Things start to move forward in a very positive direction, and there can be career growth and good gains as well. If you're looking for a new job, there is the possibility of that this month. Luck is going to be on your side, so be open to new strategies and positive changes. My guidance is to stay flexible and get along with your coworkers. Maintain positive communication with everyone in the workplace. Now, this is extremely important if you wish to enjoy success this month. Financially, it's a very positive month as well, and there's a chance of good gains. Just make sure to develop good relationships with everyone at work, as I mentioned previously. Just be careful with financial speculation after mid-month. You may not be making the best choices due to Mercury retrograde. Health, take good care of your digestive health. There are chances of pain in legs and thighs for those people that are prone to it. And some Aquarians may also have to deal with throat and eye issues. As far as love life and relationships is concerned, this month is one of ups and downs in relationships. There can be disputes and misunderstandings with family members. You also may be stressed about the health of others, so there could be lack of happiness within the home this month. Avoid being egoistic and being too demanding in relationships, especially in your marriage. Although relationship with children improves if it was not doing well previously. Also, your children will do well this month. My guidance is to handle others with patience and have clear communication, especially during Mercury retrograde starting November 26th. On November 26th, because Mercury retrogrades in your 10th house of career, indicating that mistakes or errors made in the past in your work may now be brought to light, and you may be asked to do some corrections or make corrections for those. There can also be extra pressure due to rework that you may need to do on something that you may have already worked on previously. Co-worker from the past may even reach out to you and reconnect with you. Some Aquarians will think about a job change, but they should be very cautious about it due to the fickle nature of Mercury. Don't make impulsive or rash decisions regarding your career or profession during this time. November prediction for Pisces. Pisces, your ascendant ruler is Jupiter, and it's retrograde. So a few things that you need to take care of is how you make your decisions. Also take care of your health because Jupiter is retrograde. Pisces, for you, as far as career and finance is concerned, Saturn turns direct in your 12th house in the middle of the month, and this will impact your financial situation more than career. It also activates your luck factor. Your ascendant ruler, Jupiter, is in an exchange position with Venus in the house of career. That means that this is a positive time for starting new initiatives in your career and profession. You will have extra workload and pressure due to your desire for career growth. And some of you may have a tendency to get frustrated because you feel that you're not achieving what you think you deserve fast enough. Even business owners may feel that they're not profitable enough. But there is not too much to worry about. You need to understand that your ascendant ruler Jupiter is retrograde in the 3rd house. So a general feeling of being disappointed is natural because Jupiter is usually not comfortable in the 3rd house anyway. So you may be worried for no real reason. So you need to stabilize your mindset and, kind of get out of the frustration mindset if you are in that situation. Financially, there can be an increase in expenses, but there could be a good control over them after mid-month and certainly an improvement since the last few months. As far as health is concerned, be attentive to your diet and food habits because some Pisces may be prone to digestive issues, especially in the first half of November. Other than that, health is definitely not a concern this month. As far as love life and relationships is concerned, relationships need to be maintained with care this month. Now, Mars is debilitated, so relationships with family and as well as children could get combative this month. So try not to be bossy or demanding with others. Simply let them do what they're doing. Otherwise, a simple conversation could turn into a big argument. Love life also has the same caution that I'm giving you. Simply be patient, keep ego and anger in super control with your spouse as well. Tempers could flare quickly. So I'm telling all the ascendants that November is certainly not the month for communication. On November 26th, Mercury retrogrades in your 9th house of luck and destiny, indicating that you may need to take care of your father's health. Nothing serious, don't be worried. He may have some previous health issues reoccur. So like I said, don't worry about it. Some Pisces could travel for religious purposes or even to meet their parents. And if you do travel, make sure you check timings and schedules of your travel and you have packed everything that you need. You don't miss anything because Mercury retrograde likes to mess up schedules and makes us forget things. For those pursuing higher education, they may even consider changing their line of study. However, this is an excellent time to connect yourself with spirituality. It will certainly help in dealing with stress and activating your luck factor. With this, I come to the end of my video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I wish that everybody has a wonderful month of November. I will see you in one of my future videos. Goodbye for now. See you later.